so number 3. Right now, before you forget, let's go write the secant minus tan. Because remember, tanning is a negative thing these days. How do I know the center is not at 0, 0? That's parentheses. Now, most people write the center wrong here. When you write a center, you write the x-coordinate first. But the x-coordinate is not written first. It's second. It's over here. So do I write 5 or negative 5?
Negative 5.
You do the opposite. Very good. And my y-coordinate happened to be first. And I'm going to write the opposite of negative 5, which is 5. Because the y is written first, is it horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Vertical. Then we're going to go do our A and our B. Okay, A is always first, so what's A? 7. A squared is 49. My B squared is 36, so what is B? 6. Easy peasy, yes? Okay, we're going to go do our length of both axes. Remember, they left one off. We have to go add it in there. So how long will the transverse axis be? 14. And the conjugate? 12. Questions for me? You want to graph it by hand or write in the calculator? Okay, so if we're going to go right to the calculator, it means I have to write my equations down here. So we're going to do that little box thing. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this to help you. Now, notice the x one is written second, but I always write the x first because that's how it looks in my calculator. And if you accidentally write the y first, it's not wrong, but once you type it in here, it'll be wrong. Okay, so I would go ahead and write the x's first. So I go over here and look at my x's. What number am I going to use with the x? 6, because the square root of 36 is 6. What word goes with the x? Tangent. Look at right above it. And then I go look at my h. What is my h? Minus 5. And you write exactly what it says. Now we're going to go do our y equations. And I'm going to go look at all the y stuff. My y box is right here. What number am I going to use?
7.
7. What word? Secant. And what's my k? Plus 5. What questions do you have so far? Alright, let's go type it in our calculator and review how to do that one time. We'll talk about the asymptotes in just a second. Alright, so when we're typing these in, 6 tangent t, you have to close the parentheses before you put minus 5 or it won't work right. So make sure you're closing them. My y says 7. There is no secant button, so what did we say we're going to type in? 1 over cosine. So parentheses, 1 divided by cosine, t. How many times do I have to close them?
Twice.
And you got to close it twice before you can put your plus 5. The plus 5 has to go outside. I'm going to go hit graph, and if I were taking a multiple choice test, I could clearly tell what this matched. You could easily go sketch this, yes? Okay, go sketch.